Hey there, Virgo. How are you this morning? My name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your weekly tarot reading. This one is going to be for July 7th through the 10th. Yep, that's right, 7th through the 10th, which is Monday through Thursday. I'll be back on Wednesday with the bonus readings and to get you through your weekend, okay? We're really just going to pull cards and see what Spirit wants to bring up or talk about, and that's what we'll go over here, okay? All right, this one's for my Virgos, Virgos. Let's see where you're at, Virgo. Alrighty, we are starting this one out with the World card, followed by the King of Swords, and then I have the Emperor. That's your recent past or backstory. Currently, I have you at the Page of Wands, the Chariot, and Justice. And in the near future, I'm looking at the Eight of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Three of Cups. Bottom of the deck for this reading is actually the Ace of Wands. So the undercurrent to this reading has something to do with you finding new inspiration. Something has got you fired up. You found a new direction, a new way to do something. I don't know, but something's got you, with pep in your step, I guess you could say, right? Something's got you going again. It's got you with a zest for life, we'll say. Okay? Oh, excuse me. All right, so this is the undercurrent. The card at the center of your read is the Chariot. So the Chariot is all about forward motion and victory. It's all about movement, right? It's time to move. You have both of the two fastest moving cards in the deck in this reading. So things are definitely coming at you and moving quickly in your life, it feels like, okay? All right, we'll see how these two play in. We're going to start with the recent past or your backstory. I have the World, the King of Swords, and the Emperor. Okay, so I feel as though you are presenting here as the King of Swords. You're in a very analytical, very logical state of mind, okay? That's the way you're dealing with things. You're trying to deal with things with integrity, with honesty, maybe somewhat manipulative, okay? But at any rate, you are still, it's a lot of mental energy, okay? You're trying to keep emotions at bay. You're also trying to keep things like passions at bay, okay? You're just trying to be very logical about the way you attack life right now. There is a cycle that closed out, okay? I feel like the cycle that closed out was somewhat painful for you. There you go. I feel like it was something that needed to happen, but not necessarily something you wanted to happen. Yeah, because I feel like as a King of Swords, you're somewhat defensive, okay? We have the Emperor here too. I do feel like most of you are emperors in your own right, okay? But I feel like you're presenting in this King of Swords. The Emperor here is here because you are definitely being very stubborn, very rigid in your thinking. You have made your mind up about things and you are not open for compromise, okay? You are, yeah. If you're wrong about something, you're out to double down. You're not going to like back off on anything right now. So that is why I feel like the Emperor's here. Your confidence level is appearing to be quite high, possibly to your detriment a little bit, okay? It's always better to be a little more open to compromise and to learning new things or taking in new ideas, but at any rate, you seem quite adamant about whatever it is you've made your mind up about. And this was in the recent past. So we couldn't change this if we wanted to. I don't really see a reason why we'd even want to, because it looks like nothing happened back here other than growth. And although it might have been painful, it was necessary. So on we go. Okay, now we're into the current. Currently, I have you Page of Wands, the Chariot, and Justice. The Page of Wands is screaming to me that for some reason there is a lack of accountability or forethought sometimes that goes into things. Meaning, I think you're an overthinker for the most part. That's what we're talking about, Virgo. But at times you can be quite impulsive, okay? And yeah. And then regret the things that you do when you are being impulsive. There's something here about a little bit of immaturity and definitely unrealistic expectations out of both yourself and the people around you, okay? Pushing too hard, all right? You're doing that because you want forward motion. Over here we have this Ace of Wands that's saying that you're real fired up. So sometimes you can be very hyper-focused and not bother to take other people's, how they feel about things into you're not getting context when you're pushing. Okay, you're pushing some people around you too far, or too hard is what it feels like. Possibly too hard, too far, something like that. You need to have a more compassionate stance when it comes to people around you, is what it's saying. Okay, and then we have Justice. I do believe justice is constantly playing out in everybody's life. Right now, for some reason, it feels almost like you are fearing justice, and I'm not sure what that's about. maybe the cycle that closed up here. You're cautious. You might be avoiding other cycles opening in your life or trying to sidestep certain things because you're afraid that possibly justice will play out and it could hurt you, as so you feel guilt about whatever you hurt in the past. How's that? There you go. That's kind of what I feel there. Okay, so anyways, this is your current. Currently, you're just pushing a little bit too hard, both yourself and others around you, especially if you're in a leadership role possibly. You're pushing too hard, it seems. Okay? All right, into the near future. What do we got there? 8 of Wands, Page of Swords, 3 of Cups. Okay. 8 of Wands is speaking about some kind of communication coming towards you. With the Page of Swords, it is possible somebody is definitely keeping their eye on you. I don't know if this is just like watching your socials or actually out stalking you to some extent. I mean, this feels like somebody is really interested in what you're doing, okay? They're very much so trying to keep tabs on you. With the 3 of Cups, I don't know. I'm not sure if this is because there are 3 people trying to keep tabs on you, or if this has more to do with a third-party situation. No, I don't think it's a third-party situation. There could be 3 different people trying to keep tabs on you right now. I feel like a lot of these Virgos are single. There's a lot of you are not committed right this minute, and these are options that are trying to keep tabs on you. Some from the past, some new. You've caught a lot of people's eye right now, Virgo. If that's not in a romantic sense, it could be just in a regular work sense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're just a hot property right now. You are very popular. A lot of people are impressed and are trying to get a piece of you. So you've just got a lot of people watching what you're doing, it looks like. Watching every move you make. I've got the 7 of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the 3 of Swords. There's something here about you having many options and you needing to rein that in and not be too impulsive. If you're impulsive about these options or try to spread yourself too thin, take on too many different things, you're going to be brokenhearted. You're going to miss the option that really mattered, is what I feel like. That's what I've got. Like you really are being tested. Your discernment is being tested here. Can you really pick out what's good for you when it comes around? Or, you know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. That's what I feel like. Let me do the days of the week. We'll see if we have more time. Monday, I've got the 7 of Wands and the Page of Cups. Monday, it definitely looks like you are not necessarily seeing everything realistically. Okay, you kind of got a little bit of a fantasy going in your head. Yeah, and it's a negative fantasy at that because it's rendering you very defensive towards people that don't deserve it. You've got to be more realistic, okay? Don't let your imagination get away from you, is what it's saying. Tuesday, I've got the Queen of Swords and the 2 of Cups. There's some kind of like a divine union that's coming towards you, and you're being incredibly defensive towards it, trying to be logical and not let emotion flow. Something like that on Tuesday. Wednesday, I've got the Hangman and the Queen of Cups. You're feeling stuck. I get the feeling that your intuition is screaming at you on Wednesday and you're just stuck. You don't know how to listen to it, or you don't trust it. Maybe you don't trust it. Thursday, I've got the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Wands. So you feel as though when you did settle into a wish fulfillment, it left you wounded. Okay. So that means what? You're never going to go back into emotion or something? That's, okay. Anyways, that feels a little bit like a pity party. I can't lie to you on Thursday. A little bit. It does. It's like, oh, I tried once and it didn't work out. And anyways, that's what I see. I'm sorry, Virgo. That's what I got for Wednesday. I'm more interested in what you got going up on Wednesday here with the Hangman and the Queen of Cups. This feels like your intuition is screaming at you and you don't trust it. Well, anyways, that's what I got. We can grab 3 more maybe. What do you got? 2 of Wands, Death card, and the Tower. There is a transformation definitely taking place. It's going to take place no matter which route you pick. You are at a fork in the road. You get to pick a road, but either way, you're going to have to go through the transformation. And it's going to cause a tower. Just things you thought you had built here on a sturdy foundation weren't built quite as well as you thought they were, and it's not because of you. It's because of other people involved in whatever the construction was about, okay? It's all going to be okay. They're just learning experiences. That's it. That's what life's about, right? All right, no matter what the cards say, Virgo, go out and make it the best week you possibly can. I will be back on Wednesday with bonus readings. I'm here every day with the daily energy check-ins. There you go. Okay, I'll see you soon. Thanks. Take care.